Great picture, man. Great picture. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Leo Zacky. I ran for governor here in California, and I will be doing it again in 2026. For those of you who don't know me, if you recognize my last name, it's Zacky. That's because of Zacky Farms. If you don't know what that is, it was the largest poultry company on the West Coast and the largest privately owned employer in the state of California. So my background's in agriculture. And I'm here for Patriot Pride because I absolutely love this country, and I love all the opportunities that this country has given my family. My family immigrated to America like 120 something years ago, and back then there was a lot of great opportunity for people to create their own businesses, homestead, get into farming, and we were able to create so much here in this country. And I have a lot of friends nowadays that they're either first-born generation Americans or they actually immigrated here, and they've all become very, very successful because they all know and appreciate how much America has to offer. We are absolutely, without a doubt, the freest nation on the planet, and I think it's a really beautiful thing that we have these opportunities here in America.
Let's keep it that way.
I know a lot of folks, they're out here, and, they're upset, they're coming from a different side, and, maybe they're upset with America or the way things are going, or they don't like Trump or whatever, and that's cool, that's fine. Like, you're allowed to have that, and that's the other cool thing about America, is that you're free to have those thoughts, those opinions, those feelings, and we get to voice that, which is cool. I just wish that we all had a better way of going about having civil discourse with it. Like, I know we're not going to agree on everything. I know you got folks that are super hardcore religious, you got folks that could care less about God. I mean, that doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I still haven't really made that decision yet, but that's me. But like I said, America is great because we really just get so many opportunities, and I think that a lot of folks overlook those opportunities. Because I get it. Like, it's nice to get free stuff from the government. It's cool to get these handouts.
No, it's not.
Oh, cool, I'm getting my stimulus from the government.
No, it's
Great.
not.
Like, this is cool.
No, it's not.
There's a much bigger picture and a much bigger world than just, getting that free money. We have to have these opportunities to create. And when having that here in America, to create business, to create jobs for people, it promotes and stimulates the economy in such an amazing way. And you can actually really become somebody. Like, everybody wants to be a superstar. Everybody wants to be like Elon Musk, world famous, creating the new thing, going to space, going to Mars, look at these cool cars and all that.
I don't want to go to space.
But you have that opportunity. It's just about putting in the effort and wanting to do it.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, like, there's markets that are going to be oversaturated. It's not going to always be for you. But if you keep trying and you work really hard at something, you can make a great success for yourself. And my grandparents got to do that. My great-grandfather started with a small poultry market here in Los Angeles, over in East LA. And then my grandparents incorporated in the 50s, and they turned it into this massive company that employed over 3,500 people. And in some of the most impoverished parts of the state. And that's the beauty of it. Is if you, I actually had to work my ass off too, buddy. But you know what? That's the thing. So, like, if you don't like generational wealth, I mean, my whole thing is like, I started at the bottom of my family's business. It wasn't just handed to me. I had to work my way up. I had to earn my stripes. But did I have the opportunity? Yes. Did I squander that opportunity? No. And that's the thing about America, is that it gives us the opportunity.
Nice
what
job.
you choose to do with that opportunity is on you. So when my grandparents worked their ass off and created this big company, it wasn't just like, oh, we're doing this just to become rich, evil people. No, they did it because they took pride in what they did. We put out the best poultry product in the entire country. We were the gold standard when it came to that product. And we were known throughout the country for that. And we shipped internationally, and we actually employed people, like I said, in the most impoverished parts of the states. That's cool, man. And I'm sure you don't really do a whole lot. You just get to stand with your middle finger. That's cool, man. But what I'm saying is that when you have the opportunity and you go for it and you create wealth, that's the whole point, right? You want to create this wealth because you want to make life easier for your kids and your grandkids and so on and so forth.
There you go.
That's the whole point. You want to give them the opportunities that you didn't have. That's why you work really hard so that their lives aren't as challenging. And that's what America gives people, the opportunity to create better lives for their families for generations. I mean, it's really that simple.
Yep.
And we have folks that lay their lives down every single day. They join the military, they sign up and fight, they go overseas, they kick some ass. And some of them, they don't come back in one piece, and some of them, well, they don't come back at all.
There you go.
And that's the whole thing. This is something that you can't just take for granted. And freedom is always just a small stone's throw away from total tyranny, and it's very easy. We're watching our rules, our laws get changed. We're seeing all sorts of regulation get passed that takes away our privileges, our freedom. It shouldn't be privileges. I mean, these are given to us just by existing, by being a human being. Like we are given these inalienable rights, and that's what I think a lot of people have lost sight of. I get it. Like, everybody's afraid of this whole COVID thing. I'm not, but like that's the whole thing. Like, if I don't want to wear a mask, you don't want to wear a mask. I don't think you should have to wear a mask. And if you're really that scared about it, just stay home, man. It's really not that complicated. You're scared of this disease? Stay home.
Stay home, but don't make me stay home.
It's scary. You want to get your injection.
Don't lock me down.
It makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. But I think a lot of people are searching for that level of comfort, and that's the whole thing. People get too comfortable. And I'm not saying that you want to be uncomfortable all the time, but when you get comfortable, you get complacent. When you get complacent, that's when things.
That's what happened. Everybody got so comfy, and they thought that we'd never have tyranny here, and look what happened.
That's when the business starts to fail. You have to keep growing the business and have those opportunities. Yep. And when you work hard and you do well and you make a lot of money, yeah, you should be entitled to those rewards because you busted your ass. It's that simple. But like I said, like, we're here because we love this country. Like, I don't like the fact that people look at it as a symbol of hate. I mean, I get it. Like, does America do good things? But yet, and all the time, no. But you have to look. It's not America doing these things. It's the people that we put in power that make these decisions.
The problem with the government.
Affiliations that those people have
the government,
with other organizations like the World Economic Forum, with Klaus Schwab, with George Soros, with Bill Gates. I mean, I know I'm throwing these names out here, and a lot of folks might not know these names, might not know these affiliations, might not know about the international banking cartel and how the money works. And that's the whole thing, because this is so much bigger than just, oh, America's evil. It's the people that get into office and the people that they're affiliated with. So you look at the IMF and how they basically give loans to all these countries and it creates debt, and then you're in this whole line of debt. It's this whole corporatist financial just cartel that has really gotten in, and it's manipulated people in the wrong way to doing the wrong thing that doesn't help people, but it helps line their own pockets. So there's a lot of things out there I wish people learned more about.
I'm fine.
Did you guys know that the Federal Reserve is not part of the government?
Oh, we've known that for a long time.
Because it's a privately owned central bank, and you have folks like the Rockefellers and even the Windsors, or the royal family in the UK, who actually own a percentage of that. So, I mean, you got to follow the money when it comes to finding out who's behind this, why it's being done, because this is about control. And, they just blew up the Georgia Guidestones, and I know a lot of folks didn't know about it until that happened. I think that's great. 100%.
Step in the right direction.
The good thing is it drew attention to it, and I wish more people were able to actually read what those stones said. It talks about bringing the population down to the planet. And why would you want to do that? Why would you? Yeah, exactly. Under 500 million to preserve nature.
That's insane.
Right.
Insane.
This is about taking away your rights. This is about control. They want to depopulate the planet because the people. Trust me, you gotta understand. There are people that have more money than God, essentially, out there. If you think the president's the most powerful man on the planet, you're sorely mistaken. It is the ones who have the money and control the money. They're the ones that absolutely have. That is true. That's who you have to be looking at. So I know that on our level, we have to get involved. We have to support and find good politicians that want to help make America better, help the economy, help people, because this is about helping folks. And if we can have a stable, healthy economy with laws and freedoms that allow us to be able to create and do and enjoy, that's when we're going to be able to start taking the control and the power back from those that are the financial overlords from us. So, I really don't know what else I can keep. I ain't drone on about this stuff, but the reality is that we have a tremendous opportunity here, and I just think that folks who, we can get into these shouting matches at the park all the time. That's great, but it doesn't change anything. And I think that we need to just be able to have civil discourse and just not complicate things. Let's hear what one side wants, and let's hear what the other side wants, and then let's try to focus on the things in the middle that we can all agree on. I ran for governor in California, and I will continue to run for governor here in California, is because I think the biggest issue here is the water shortage. And I know, you're out here at the beach and you got green grass, and you might not see it because it doesn't affect you necessarily in your daily life. But believe it or not, California, like I said, is the leading producer of agriculture here in the United States. We have the first, third, and fourth largest counties that produce ag. We export so much food around the world, and we need that water because that water creates food, so we won't have expensive food on the shelves, and it creates jobs. There's so many things. So,
Right.
you know, I know they talk about cutting back on the water, but let's talk about stuff that's more proactive. Like, how do we prevent the drought? How do we go about becoming drought resistant? How do we collect more water? How do we create more water? And I've come up with solutions for that. I mean, desalinization got blocked down in Orange County a couple months back by an unelected board of
It's nuts.
Environmentalists with, you know, some made-up data. You know, they talk about, oh, the salt's going to kill all the fish on the coast. And I get that. All right, let's say that's a possibility. But here's another idea. What if we just made an intake and I guess a dump tube for the salt or whatever, and we just pumped it, we pushed that 30 miles out. I mean, we got the transatlantic cable. They laid that in the early 1900s, right? I mean, this is stuff that humans can do. It's real simple. I don't think we need to overcomplicate this stuff with regulation and legislation. I think we just got to look outside the box sometimes. So, yeah, you know, America is a great place for opportunity. If you got a problem with it, you're more than welcome to leave. You don't got to stay here. You know,
take up track and run on out of here.
I just think that everybody, left, right, you know, Antifa, you know, anarchists, whatever. You know, if we want to have a better life, we got to work together. You know, focus on things that affect all of us, and let's not let the petty shit get in the way. Because, I mean, I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you like to have sex with. I mean, as long as they ain't children or animals, like, dude, have at it. Not my business. So,
oh, brother.
You know, let's just live and let live.
Everybody caves.
Thank you so much.